Hello, everybody. Let me get over here. Do what?
Okay.
Well, we're a little late.
We're always a little late. It's alright.
Something. I'm out of focus. There we go.
Focus.
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 How y'all doing, everybody? Hey, mods. Hey, beloved. We're going to let everybody get in here a little bit. Do what?
Put a 5 in the chat if you can hear us. I'm tired of the ones. Too many ones.
Put a 7.
Put a 777 in the chat.
Or a 333.
Just put something in the chat if you can hear us.
Can y'all hear us? They can't hear us.
5s? Yeah, cool. Right on. We just got a lag with our comments. That's good to know, too. Okay. Oh, that's fine.
Can we close out the comments and then bring them back up?
333s? Yeah.
Yeah.
Ignores. Cool.
Okay.
Yeah. Alright. Oh, yeah, I forgot to disconnect this bullshit.
Wait, who is it?
Oh, Danny.
Who?
Danny.
Oh, Benny?
This thing's almost dead anyway, though. Anyway.
Okay. Nice. Sally Forth. Hey, Sally Forth.
I feel good.
You feel good?
Yeah. Ate a sandwich before we got on live.
Yeah, he was hungry last time.
Not during.
Mm-hmm.
It's good. I like it.
We'll just let everybody know there won't be any trolling here. And we're not doing drama. We're coming to tell you guys some things that we have found and discovered and the things that we're doing about it. So, how many people are in here right now?
193.
Oh, wow.
Good.
Yeah, people are jumping in.
Yeah, it's good.
All right, so what do y'all want to start talking about first? That's been going on since the last time you saw us live. Don't just say Ernie, because we're not talking about Ernie much tonight.
No, we're not.
Though it does sort of have to do with things surrounding Predator Hunter Nation and the situation. Great vibes. Thanks. You know, I put my hair up. A lot of you guys don't know it. A lot of the trolls and stuff talk about my hair being nasty. I never comb it or blah, 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 blah. Well, little do people know, I only have a mohawk of a dreadlock. And I actually have hair. And I comb it. Comb it all the time, actually. It's very soft, or it will get caught up with my
So, I like to run my fingers through it like that.
Yeah. So, yeah, I have a mohawk, guys. The trolls didn't tell you I have a mohawk.
They don't want to talk about mohawks.
They don't want to talk about mohawks or what they mean.
No.
So, thank you, Melissa.
Charlie has a court date on Friday the 13th.
I know, Friday the 13th.
I didn't realize this.
It's ridiculous. Okay. We saw him today.
We did see him today.
He's feeling much better. He was really sick.
Yeah,
really sick.
We got him a nebulizer for a while to help him. I mean, the dude is 70 years old, so it's really dangerous if you get sick when you're 70. You have health problems already.
Yeah.
So I think we got him out of that. But he's got a court date on Friday to determine whether Mika the dog can come home.
Yeah.
And the petition should be, was it like 480 signatures earlier?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're going to pin this. If you haven't signed the petition to get Mika back home for her last days, then please do.
Why does that say less than it did
It
earlier?
says less than it was.
I don't know.
All right, we need you guys who haven't signed the petition to please go in and sign. There it is.
Yep.
Yeah, and we'll be going over the recent wildlife camera footage and stuff. And he's ready to interview him. We were going to interview him, like we said we were going to. But like I said, he got really, really sick. And he wasn't living in good conditions either. He needed a lot of work done at his place. So another one of our team members, Ray, one of the people in the very first pics you ever saw of Predator Hunter Nation, he's been going over there and built him a shower, a whole new bathroom.
He wired all of his. Well, he's working on wiring the whole trailer. He's an electrician, and
Yeah,
he had to put some doors in and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to find a picture of Ray. I don't know if we got one in here. Though.
So apparently Charlie makes wonderful barbecue too, and he wants to have a barbecue celebration party after we bring home Mika, and we'll probably
Out of our smoker that has a rebel flag on it.
I know.
I should upload that.
Yeah, I know. You should upload that picture. So we're really hoping that she does get home. But like I said, we will be interviewing him, and he's got a lot of stories to tell.
Oh, that guy knows everything about this county. Everything.
Well, not even just this
Man,
county. He was in Florida. He wrestled like one of the largest. What was it? A monitor or something? What was it?
Yeah, I think it.
It was like a
Was it a
dinosaur-sized
Komodo
monitor.
dragon?
It's famous. No, Komodo dragons aren't in Florida.
Oh,
It was some sort of dragon lizard thing.
I don't know about
I
Florida.
think it was a monitor
was a
of some
monitor.
sort.
It was big though. He said it was
Anyways,
like-
it was massive, and it actually like crushed a woman's garage door. Crazy story. So we're looking forward to interviewing him. And a lot of his troubles started around the same time that our troubles started living in Cott County. And he claims that it was when he figured out that there was some serious child trafficking going on in this town. And he cannot
Okay.
stand predators.
Need 19 more signatures to make it to 500 signatures. That's awesome.
Thank you, Jody.
And that's way more than he ever dreamed would happen. I mean, he doesn't really get on the internet being 70,
Yeah.
but you know, he didn't really know what we were talking about when we said we wanted to start an online petition for him.
Hmm.
I think he's really pleasantly surprised about how it went.
Oh, yeah. He's just grateful that even just the story is going to get out, because his story is pretty compelling.
And nobody knew about it. Like nobody went to him and was like, you know, tell your side of the story. Nobody, you know, it was just the word of the police against his word, and he never even got to tell the story to anybody or about what happened. And the whole thing's, you know, you guys will see. It's crazy. It's shady.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really shady. And we can't wait to reveal Charlie's story and his tales of what he discovered in Cott County around the same time that we were discovering things about Cott County that sort of started the whole mission behind Predator Hunter Nation. And it's kind of funny, too, because some of our infiltrators that came around, they kind of used the general awareness classes that we were offering as an excuse to come here. And there was this one girl that was actually, you know, trying to get together with Ernie, but she came in pretending like she wanted to give us information about Charlie when the dog incident actually happened. And you've actually seen her bouncing around on the YouTube streets here recently, too. And we may end up having to expose her through the whole Charlie thing, too. China. So she tried to fake her name and stuff on YouTube. I know she's probably watching this. We knew you were faking who you were, China. Your voice is very much China. But Anyways, she came in to tell us horrible stories about Charlie. And Jamie told us horrible stories about Charlie and told us we didn't want to talk to him. And we believed him. We got fooled and gaslighted about Charlie, because when you actually meet Charlie, you realize it was all a setup as well. They didn't want us to get together with Charlie because Charlie is a whistleblower. And so we really, really can't wait to talk to you guys about that. So that's coming up. He said maybe tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow. Well, I wanted to do it the other day, but we had something going on. Tomorrow or the next day.
We had to order some things for our camera though, and hopefully we may have to wait till those things come in. They were supposed to be here sometime between today and Friday. So we'll do the interview then, because we want it on the high definition, high quality footage.
Yeah.
Shoot, Charlie could sit for 6 hours and entertain people for real. Like, he's a movie in himself. But we'll definitely let you guys know on Friday.
There he is.
What happens. There he is. Can you not load it? No, you gotta put it close.
No, I gotta put it
Oh, it's
back
up here.
because it's this one.
Back?
Yeah.
No,
I can't do that. No, that's
No.
not gonna focus.
not gonna work. Why
I'll
can't you
upload
upload it?
I'll upload it.
It's my Facebook it's logged into to stream, so you'd have to send it to my name.
Cool.
Or it'll cut us off. Okay, so another thing we want to address, and it does have to do surrounding Ernie, but it also has to do with us. As you guys have seen, we've been attacked by trolls just as much as Ernie has, even though we haven't engaged or participated in their trolling, really. We have very rarely even taken the step up opportunity to just correct them, you know, or defend against accusations, because we're busy doing other things, and we really are doing a lot of work behind the scenes. But that's one of the reasons we're getting targeted too. And you're seeing what? Did you send it?
Well, keep talking. I can see you.
Oh,
I
okay.
can't see you.
Yeah, it's weird. I can't see me now because you're on another page or the comments. It's gonna bump off of our. Oh, it
Has
won't.
nothing to do with it.
You sure?
Yes. Just keep talking. There you are.
Okay. So, anyways, there's a big concern about certain trolls. You know, most people are just trolls. But I am going to call attention to 2 of the trolls that are specifically trying to attack our family in an aggressive, like, hateful, somewhat evil, demonic kind of way. And they're saying I'm witches, or we're witches, and just making up stuff about us, making up that we're...
Wouldn't that be a warlock?
You would be a warlock. Yeah.
Or a wizard?
Yeah. I don't know.
I want to be a witch.
Yeah. Anyways, we're not. So that is Gigi and Johanna Maynard. And I can tell you this now because we've already made reports about them. And we got very concerned because not only the first time that Ernie had gone to court, there was Johanna and Gigi and their crew of regulars that were talking about going to court, and they were the first ones to have the person hiding in the bushes. Who does that, right? Who does that, girl, hiding in the bushes and stuff? But we do have complete documentation that Johanna had come from Albuquerque, New Mexico to Kentucky for yet another court appearing in an entirely different town that has to do with something that happened years ago of messenger harassment or something like that. So she drove or flew. I think she drove though, all the way from Albuquerque, New Mexico, to come to Ernie's court. Who does that, right? Well, this time she flew. According to her YouTube, she was boarding a plane and she was heading to Kentucky, and Ernie was going to pay. Well, if you look at her song lists and stuff, it's really weird. She has songs like Burn the Witch. She's got songs about Kentucky. She has songs about Elvis. People have been using the term Elvis in the circles for some reason to do with Ernie. And I'm sure it's some sort of sneaky little operation they have, like Operation Feed the Breakup, that kind of stuff that you're seeing them talk about. But we think this is a pretty terroristic behavior, especially knowing Ernie and knowing the real details of everything that went down. And, you know, it's obvious. The truth is obvious. I'm not going to tell you what to believe, but I'm sure most of you that are here can see it too. And that's why you're here. But we notified law enforcement. We notified the Kentucky FBI that there was a woman who had not only done that to Ernie, she had also bought a ministry or an ordainment with the ministry called the Church of Summer Wells. And I think some of you guys already know that. Some of the new viewers maybe don't know that she did that. And she paid $39.99 in Predator Hunter Nation's name, which is an LLC, and got the ordainment. Well, I'm being told by the priest that actually ordained me and Xander, who we actually do know. It's not just a online ordainment kind of thing. He said that's identity theft. So we reported all of this to the FBI, and she went MIA for. She never said anything about being at the courthouse, though she may have been one of the followers or filmers or something like that. But we are hoping the FBI acted upon our tip that she was going to a Kentucky colonel's courthouse, and she has targeted a certain group of people that, you know, we expose the human trafficking problem. And she's come at least 2 times that we have documented across state lines, all the way from Albuquerque. Pretty sure she is on the IMDb as well. We have some more information that I'm not ready to release, but she pretends to be FBI and stuff like that, but I'm not sure about that.
I wouldn't hire her if I was a Fed. I'll say that much.
I remember Homeland Security guy coming here and talking to us, and ended up like chit-chatting for like an hour and a half because they were both really cool and they both really liked us. And we were asking them all kinds of questions, and they said they're not allowed to even have Facebooks or, you know, be on YouTube like that. They can't have anything associated with them, and they definitely can't tell people that they're Homeland Security like that. You can't just go and flaunt it, you know. So, you know, there's that. And there's a lot of fake whistleblowers out there that are actually working for the things. Oh, wow. Thank you, Pamela. That's
Thanks,
awesome. Thank you so much.
You rock.
So, moving on with that, you guys need to really research Johanna Maynard. Her name wasn't always Johanna Maynard. She said she didn't have a Facebook, but she has 2. Go ahead and go in there and look at her connections, you know. We're not telling you what to think about her. We're telling you to go look for yourself. But start looking in the right direction, guys. Quit looking at this train wreck of a shit show that's going on YouTube.
Yeah, do your own research. I mean, you know, I don't want you to believe us just because we said something. That's stupid.
We're finding out a lot of information, and that's why they're silencing us. And we are definitely sending the right information to the right departments. And I'd like to move along to Gigi. Who knew Gigi was arrested 22 times? 22 times.
Wow.
What do you guys think she might have been arrested for? Everybody start guessing in the chat.
We take bets. No, we can't do that.
Yeah, guess we can't bet. That's gambling.
It's gambling.
Here, scroll down so we can see what they say.
Thank you,
wow,
Hope.
thank you, Hope. Anybody guess? One guess what Gigi was arrested for?
Can't let's do that one. Trafficking, money theft, hooker.
Hooker? No. Have you seen Gigi?
Hey man, I've seen some crazy looking hookers.
Okay. Where you seen hookers?
Never mind.
Okay. Should I read off?
Extortion, embezzlement, drink driving. That is one of them.
That's one of them?
That is one of them.
That's one of them?
Drink driving is definitely a thing.
Yep.
Drugs or harassment, stealing, escaping the psych ward, lying to police, intoxication, I don't know. Naked in public, stalking, lying to police, stalking. Yeah. Wow. Jaywalking.
How about cyber harassment? One.
Was that one of them?
That was one of them. Like, I can't remember how they worded it.
Is stalking another?
It's like, let me find it. It's pretty bad.
Reporting. Who does that?
Anyway, she drinks a lot, apparently.
Well, she said she don't drink
gets
at
in
all.
trouble. She says she doesn't drink at all. But she also vandalizes shit.
She's a vandal.
She's a vandal.
Thank you, Peretta. Peretta? That's a badass
Oh,
name.
yeah, that is Peretta Blaze. Let me find this.
I believe anything at this point. Me too. Thank you, MJ. You're awesome. Damn, people are giving us money today. That's
Oh,
crazy.
wow. Golly, thank you.
I guess we should have done this earlier.
Yeah, let's see. Where's it at? Oh, here it is. There we go. Let's zoom in.
Thank you. Yeah, sign that petition. It's scrolling across the bottom of the screen now. I got it on a banner. Y'all go sign it. Trying to get it up to 500. Let's see. What are we at now? I guess they give you like little milestones to get to. Change.org when you get it. At first it was like 100. Now it's 500. And I think they promote you more. Like when you get to those different points, they put you on their site a little bit more and more. So, you know, it gets out there.
Oh, it's communicating threats. Is one of the things that she got in trouble for.
Oh, really?
Anyways, 22 of these babies.
Just get it that.
And you guys can look all that up.
Yeah, it's all public record. I mean, we really don't have access, personally, me and her don't have access to more than anybody else does. We have friends who do, but, you know, just between me and Tina, we just put in the work. That's what it is. I mean, you guys can find the same stuff we find.
Yeah. You just got to know how to look in the right places. You know, and again, we need to go back to Fables. Law enforcement is very interested in Fables. That's one of the tips that they're taking very seriously, and they're taking the information about very, very seriously. And the glitchy shoes. The shoes is of very serious interest to law enforcement agents right now.
Yeah, that's weird shit.
And if you start digging around in there, you're going to find some super disturbing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go ahead and warn you about that, because if you know how to look proper, and you go and do the deep dive and don't look at just the surface and step away from the drama, do not let anybody lead you, because part of what this Fables and the glitchy dancers shoes and Trony stuff is, it's a role-playing game, and all of you guys are involved, whether you give consent to it knowingly or not. You are giving consent to it. What?
Should we play that video?
Which video?
That first one, the weird one with the tap dancing and the Morse code in it.
How many here have seen Fables?
Just probably hardly anybody. I mean, it's...
Okay. Put a 3 in the chat if you would like to see it here. And then we can discuss what's going on. We're trying to get a special guest on here that can talk about it more. We are definitely doing a lot more lives, guys. We've just been so busy getting this information into files that can be sent to the different agencies. And instead of just making it just a general tip, we're actually getting like on the phone in certain states, and like I said, I think we found the right law enforcement agents that is very concerned about the information that we've been giving them, and that is very sincere, and it's very true. So, believe it or not, say what you want, we're the most anti-drama channel on all of YouTube streets, I think.
Thank you, Jody.
Oh, Jody!
Thank you, Forensic Sci.
Yay! That's awesome. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. We haven't really ever gotten hardly any super chats before.
Is Gigi Bullhorn Betty's sister? I have no idea.
I don't think so.
I have no idea. Is she?
I don't think so. Her name isn't Gigi anyways.
What's her name?
Oh,
yeah.
Loria.
Loriah.
I know, she calls me a witch, and that's a pretty dang witchy name. I'd like to play this little audio of a threat of Johanna. If some of you guys aren't familiar with Johanna, now this was a threat that she was directing towards hashtag Predator Hunter Nation, which is an LLC. And we really haven't done anything to her except get mad at her a little bit and voice it publicly, because she's made some seriously hateful threats. And she bought the website domain, apparently, according to her, Smoky Mountain Hemp Cafe, because we weren't really doing anything on our website, and it kind of just lapsed. But we didn't really think anybody would buy our website domain name, but she did, and she thought it was great. And like I said, she bought an ordainment for the Summer Wells Church for us. Oh, then after we had documentation that she did that, she deleted it, but we got the screenshots already, and we screen recorded it. And so, anyways, she started pushing the false narrative to people. Well, look how deep this hole goes, kind of thing. And she's talking in chats and comments saying, oh, Predator Hunter Nation, look them up. They're ordained as the Church of Summer Wells. You know, so people that are reading that kind of thing are like, oh my God, you know, not knowing any of the background, and they'll look it up, and boom, you know, there it is, the Church of Summer Wells, owned by Predator Hunter Nation. And she paid $39.99 for that. And like I said, that's identity theft. And she's been turned in. So start looking around her. I mean, for real. We're finding a lot of stuff, guys. But this is her. And she got mad because we revealed to everyone that she had bought the Church of Summer Wells ordainment in our name without our consent or permission.
Threats? There's been multiple threats, not the ones I'm going
I
to turn
know.
in right
You're
now.
right.
These are just a few
Can y'all hear
of the
that?
recent ones, okay?
God, I hope not.
You were warned.
Is it
You
here?
were warned.
It's over here.
Wait.
Can you guys hear that?
Can y'all hear that? And this is like crazy. Let me see.
Threats? There's been multiple threats, not the ones I'm going to turn in right now. These are just a few of the recent ones, okay? You were warned. You were warned. Go back and look at that Dr. Phil video. I'm sitting right there, front row, right next to the FBI agents, you dumbasses.
Okay. Front row at Dr.
It
Phil.
was not clear enough a few months ago when I said, do not mess with me, do not lie about me, retract your lies publicly, and y'all chose to do differently. Okay? The racial comments, the threats, there's been multiple threats, not the ones I'm going to turn in right now. These are just a few of the recent ones, okay? You were warned. You were warned. Go back and look at that Dr. Phil video.
See, Dr.
I'm
Phil.
sitting right there, front row, right next
And there it is. So,
Dr. Phil is a weird thing to want to associate yourself with.
yeah. You guys want to hear some stuff about Dr. Phil? Should I play a little bit of that?
I think they probably want to hear some stuff.
Yeah, y'all need to hear some stuff about Dr. Phil. And if you're not familiar with a creator that's so good he's not even allowed to be on YouTube anymore, but he can be found on BitChute, and he's Mouthy Buddha. Is it BitChute or Vimeo?
It's BitChute.
Okay.
He might have one. Vimeo too, but I know he's got a BitChute.
Can we play it through the computer and it be better sound quality?
Probably. I don't know which one it is though.
It's this one.
It's 15 minutes long.
Yeah, it's 15 minutes long. All right, yeah.
We can do that.
No,
right?
it's 13 something.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go ahead and play that.
All right, hold on. Whoa. Okay, so
That's gonna go.
now we gotta go to share. Let me figure this out. Hold on. I've done it before. I think it was a troll who taught me how to do this once.
It was Tiffany Marie that taught you how to do this one.
Yeah. So, window. Tab. Mm-hmm.
Out of all the years you've been doing your show and all the years you've been giving advice, how
Pause
did
it.
this Catch Me Outside girl? How did this happen?
Oh, God. It's my moment of infamy.
Catch me outside. How about that? I really want to get my whole story out there and let everything just be out. Traumatized by it. Even the ones that weren't there were traumatized by it. Like
What are your responses to her?
If she had a bad experience, obviously I would hate that.
In a small town just south of Salt Lake City, there's a residential treatment center for troubled teenagers ages 13 to 17. The Turnabout Ranch.
the school has helped me by definitely raising my average, raising my GPA.
Creative writing, horsemanship, and culinary that all of our students are required to take.
Operating on a real working cattle ranch, the teens live and work on the farm, where they can learn about concepts like leadership and taking accountability.
I really like to see the kids find ways to meet their challenges, and that's what we do here.
Their website states, quote, "They will work hard, they will be given a physical outlet. They will be held accountable. But accountability
Hey, Rap, keep streaming. You might learn something.
goes both ways.
Send her to the range.
I guess smoke a cigarette.
You sit down and talk to me, you answer my questions or you don't. But I'm not going to tell you what I want to tell you. I'll tell you what I want you to know. That's what you get to hear.
These people are so fucking evil.
After appearing as an out-of-control kid on a 2016 episode of the Dr. Phil Show,
She'll go after me.
Bad Baby, or Danielle Bregoli, was sent to Turnabout Ranch.
Here you have expectations. If you say something, you're gonna get trouble right on. You're not gonna have chance. I didn't know how to ride a motorcycle. I thought that you held the reins like this. So he thinks he's the cheat. I guess it's because he's little and he thinks he runs stuff.
In a YouTube video called Breaking Code Silence, Bregoli details at length the specifics of the abuse she endured during her time at Turnabout.
So part of the whole Dr. Phil show is they send these kids to either Turnabout or these other programs that are also in Utah, but they're all wilderness programs and they're all fucked up. For the first 3 days you're there, there's no showering. They put you in a circle, which is a teepee. It's a little teepee, but it's open, and you have to sit there for 3 days. They strip you from your whole personality. You have to act like just whoever they want you to act like.
Bregoli goes on to describe a horrific experience during her stay, which included being deprived of sleep and being subjected to freezing temperatures.
They had no problem holding kids down, which is against the law. You're not supposed to touch the kids, but they had no problem doing that. I seen a kid get held down for trying to leave. Just honestly, I don't think he was trying to run away. I think he was just trying to like walk out the door and just like get some time to himself, and they restrained him, they held him down. One of the kids, he had tried to steal a car or something. Everyone was screaming on the walkies like it was really crazy, and he ended up killing one of the staff members. They made all the kids that were at Roundy come down, and then they told us not to tell us anything. A day later, they have us all, every kid that's at Turnabout, they have us all in a circle, and they're like, listen, there was an incident, I know some of y'all heard it over the walkies, Jimmy died.
The event which sparked Bregoli to speak out occurred after the American rapper saw one of her fellow students at Turnabout Ranch, Hannah Arculeta, on the news.
We think it is long overdue for Turnabout Ranch to be held accountable for what happened to Hannah.
The 19-year-old says she was sexually assaulted by a staff member, then punished for reporting it.
At the ranch, I was alone and isolated from all of my family. If you or anyone you know has suffered sexual assault or child abuse or retaliation at any of these so-called ranches or wilderness programs, please report it. No child should suffer abuse, and no child should ever be sent to these ranches.
When I seen the punishment she was given, I knew like, okay, I really have to say something. Like, I really have to have her back on this, because I truly believe that they did that.
And the weight of Bregoli's testimony here is directed toward one man.
So, Dr. Phil, I'm going to give you from now till April 5th to issue an apology, not only to me, but to Hannah and any other child that you sent to Turnabout or any other program like this. And if you don't, I'm gonna handle things my way.
Dr. Phil's show is exploitative. One struggles to find any redeeming quality about the program because of how relentless it displays mental illness as something unique, and does so in a facile, simplistic way. It should be no surprise, then, that the same man who profits off the mentally ill sends children to a treatment facility who claim to have been sexually abused and tortured. And it's worth noting that these are only the survivors who have come forward. In abuse case scenarios, there's almost always more victims, too fearful to tell their stories. And as it pertains to Dr. Phil, with the exploitative ethics of his program aside, one wonders how shocked he must be regarding the apparent social power of Bregoli's testimony. Bregoli's video on Dr. Phil has garnered over 6 million views, forcing Dr. Phil to publicly respond in an orchestrated softball interview.
So Phil, I'm reading the New York Post this weekend. I open up this story about a teen rapper named Bad Bobby, B-H-A. He says that I was on his show 5 years ago and they were abusive at this boot camp.
Well, you know, she went to Turnabout 4 or 5 years ago, and she had a bad experience. You know, obviously, I would hate that. We'd be sorry about that, but
you can unplug a phone
we don't
charger
have
if you want.
anything to do with what happens with guests once they leave the stage.
Look, when we were kids, we got the strap, we got the brush. If you were at school, you might have had to put your hands out and you'd get the ruler. So that's coming up after the break. And I also want to talk to you a little bit about Oprah.
Bregoli has not posted a video related to the topic since her response to Dr. Phil's interview, uploaded over a month ago. One wonders where this story will go next. Until then, I think it's worth taking a closer look at the elite celebrity who surround Dr. Phil and their attempts to conceal their philanthropic scandals.
There really is a spirit of Ubuntu here because of who I am. The sense of every girl being for her sister. And there is that wonderful feeling of when one succeeds, we all succeed.
In its first year, Oprah's South African School for Girls was getting inundated with reports.
I wasn't sure what had happened, but there was a suspicion on the part of the girls of some type of sexual abuse.
But if you want the full story, it's difficult to find. The sources on Wikipedia, which allegedly include the children's testimony from Reuters and Time magazine, have been removed. Time magazine does allow access to the article, but only through an archive. What we do know is that 9 girls testified against Virginia Macapo for what they claimed was repeated sexual abuse. 9! But shortly after, Macapo was acquitted of all charges. A South African reporter told Access Hollywood, quote, "There is definitely potential for a cover-up." In 2011, ABC News reported that a dead baby was found in Oprah's school. You heard that right, a dead baby. But if you want more information on this, you're out of luck, because many of the links ABC provided in this story lead nowhere. If you've seen any of the previous volumes in this series, you're aware of the horror of John of God.
Horrific allegations of baby trafficking and murder have also surfaced in a case that's sending shock.
Trigger warning.
Yeah, trigger warning.
Big trigger warning.
Waves around the world.
He took it a step further. He penetrated me from behind. I can't even describe it.
After Zahira's bombshell interview on Brazilian television, authorities were reportedly contacted by more than 600 accusers, ranging in age from 9 to 67, who claim they were sexually abused by the so-called miracle worker. Faria's accusers include his own daughter, who says her father sexually abused her between the ages of 10 and 14. For more than 50 years, Faria has led a spiritual center in rural Brazil, where he claims millions have flocked for his spiritual guidance or healing. From eye scrapings and evasive nose probings to incisions in the skin, John of God has performed countless unlicensed surgical procedures, seemingly with no anesthesia on enraptured followers.
The journalist who broke the story, Sabrina Bittencourt, alleged that John of God was running giant human farms where women were imprisoned inside of barns birthing babies to be sold onto the black market. Bittencourt claimed John of God was part of a global child trafficking network involving some of the wealthiest people and groups in the world. She claimed the operation was international in scope. Who then was the person responsible for growing John of God's following by tenfold during his reign?
We have different colors in our aura.
So human energy looks like colors?
Yes. Various different colors.
What does something like cancer look like when you see inside?
Quando vê aranha,
Sendo da vontade de Deus, não.
when he sees cancer,
Deus é sobre todas as coisas.
he starts asking that this be taken away, be removed, as being God's will.
An endorsement from Oprah Winfrey is equivalent to critical gold in America. Her interview with John of God almost certainly resulted in thousands upon thousands, more men, women, and children flocking to his depraved location to partake in his, quote, surgeries.
How is this taking place without blood loss And how are people not screaming their heads off when he inserts the needle doing the stitching and making the incisions?
Mark came from California, not because of any illness, but looking for proof of the existence of God.
I felt cold steel going up, and then I felt him just shove it with all his strength. And I felt excruciating pain. I felt just so calm. And even when I had the thought, he's in your brain, which is what my thought was, and I saw yellow, bright yellow, and I got this bitter taste in my mouth as I had the thought, he's in your brain.
Oprah Winfrey considered John of God, quote, an inspiration. In a time with so much useless information, it's never been easier for the rich and powerful to hide their scandals. Combine this with the ability for elites like Dr. Phil and Oprah to ensure the media quashes any story painting them in a questionable light, and you have the epitome of unquestioned power. While it's true that with the continuation of relentless censorship, one can lose hope that any kind of significant change will be made. But in my view, despite the odds being so stacked against us, the day will come when more eyes and ears begin to pay attention to stories like these. If only we continue to make them and share them. And if only those who appear to be within these elite groups continue to speak out.
Truth is not a given.
Vaccine. GMOs.
Jeffrey Epstein.
UFOs.
Splashed. Mark bearing a range.
There are those who want the truth suppressed, sequestered, and exploited. Then there are those who want the truth revealed, disseminated, and uncensored. You are one of those people.
Chester Bennington. He was 41 years old and the artist was found dead.
I see the need for action. I see the need for a great reset.
The very word secrecy is repugnant in a free and open society.
Hundreds of abusive clergy.
It was unidentified, and that's why it was so unsettling.
You deserve the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
All right, everybody. That is Team Kid, Team Supreme, Mouthy Buddha. You got to check him out. He's not allowed on YouTube. He's been totally annihilated off the YouTube streets long ago.
I guess they're not going to strike our channel for it, at least.
Yeah, at least they're not going to strike. That person up there who created this video, so I can give them thanks. That might have been a troll. Maybe not.
Mouthy Buddha.
But it's Mouthy Buddha.
Mouthy Buddha is awesome.
I
I don't know his real name.
Mouthy Buddha is amazing.
Yeah, he's a badass.
Mouthy Buddha was in all the alleged conspiracy theory, Pizzagate and Pedogate groups that we were a part of when he started making his videos.
He's done a bunch of them, too. I'll put his...
we followed him from day one, too.
Yeah. I'll put his bit sheet up here in case you guys want to check him out.
But yeah, Johanna, don't threaten Dr. Phil, or me with Dr. Phil for a good time, for real. So have fun with that.
Dr. Philia.
Dr. Philia. I saw you, Team Rose was asking who that was. That was John of God. He was pretty much Oprah Winfrey's sidekick, right-hand man.
He was on the flight logs, too, I believe.
Yep, he was. He was at Epstein Island. So was Oprah.
Yeah.
And so was Dr. Phil.
Yeah, Dr. Phil, too. Yeah, I feel like most people are in a shock after they see that for the first time. We've seen it a few times now.
Yeah.
It wears off a little bit.
So back to the stuff we are working on, though, which does involve, I guess, one of Dr. Phil's friends. I mean, she sounds like a Dr. Phil A-lister with the alleged FBI on each side of her at Dr. Phil, show.
Who says that?
Who says that? So, anyways, where do we want to go next with this? Defeat Fables?
Sure. Yeah.
You guys want to watch Defeat Fables? A message for the FBI?
Where is that one? That's on YouTube.
It's on YouTube.
I gotta find it.
Okay.
That one's like 20 minutes long, and it's pretty monotonous after a while, but we'll play it a little bit. It's that first one that I played, right?
Defeat Fables dedicated to the FBI. Yeah, there's a short film to the FBI.
Yeah, it's also pretty weird.
But
it's not as exciting as the other one, but it's pretty fucking weird.
So, I'm very serious. Law enforcement is inquiring for information about this, and anything to help speed up this case for them is much appreciated. But you guys watch this and start doing your own digs. Don't follow the channels. I know Carl's doing a great job. You got to understand the people who introduced the Defeat Fables into the community of YouTubers. Is Johanna's people and Gigi's people. And they've been given the information to Carl. So, Carl does excellent work. I hope he starts digging a little more into who the players are that are hiding in plain sight.
All right, y'all ready?
Yep. Y'all ready?
I'm gonna mute out.
A couple of years ago, I was an unidentified runaway with the heart of the Young Turk, who aged from his 21st century milk carton photo in 1984. But, somewhere along the way, I had an encounter with a pair of super sneakers that gave me superpowers through dance. And each time I wear them I would cross over into a glitchy inner dimension that coexists with our world, as a provided way of escape to empower me to endure the mental disturbances that I suffered in silence at home. One day I discovered that I could communicate by tap dance, through the use of Morse code. Because of that, I ended up getting recruited to work with the law enforcement to relay tips that would help them solve arduous child crime cases. Until now, one case puts between a rock and a hard place, where I must choose between aborting my mission to save myself or stay to save the missing kids.
I didn't unmute. Anyways, sorry, video was lagging, I guess, and we didn't know it restarted. Let me go over here for a second. Are y'all sure it restarted? Because it's still playing. Anyways, you guys can go watch it. I'm going to give you the link in the chat. Here it is. It's Fables. Alright, so hold on just 1 second and you guys talk about how creepy and weird this all was, and see what you guys can make of it for a minute. And we have some things that we need to tell you about our investigation into Fables. Be right back though. Have it on, I can hear myself.
Yeah. What'd you guys think of that shit?
That's what I said. Pretty crazy stuff, huh? Fables where on YouTube? It is on YouTube, but it's also a website. And this is a very tricky, dark rabbit hole. Because for surface value, it's a game. And it's a game of hide and seek and traffickers hiding in plain sight.
So I uploaded a few of the screenshots from the IMDb of True Tony, which is the game itself, apparently, but it's a movie, and it's, I guess, it's a show because it's in episodes, it's in installments. So you've got stuff like this. This is the IMDb site, and you know, it's called True Tony or Trutiny something replay 2021. This is the summary of it. So it's a game. It's a hide in plain sight game. Hide in plain sight, go seek. That's what they say. It's been discovered by missing kids. Young lads are notorious for doing daring things. They love to hide and seek, maybe with daddy changing a diaper he hid for dad to find him and got hurt. Or it's creepy as shit, basically. And a lot of it, if you read it, it doesn't sound like it's written by somebody who speaks fluent English either.
Well, read this part, because you're going to see one of the people who introduced the whole website talking a lot about aliens, and we've mentioned her name in this video. But it says they can move faster than light. Every day, the faucet blobs would find a house to latch onto its outdoor water faucet, where it could live off of as part of the plan for an alien invasion. What the fuck?
Right.
Seriously.
Who does that? So
who
anyway,
does that, okay?
This is their logo. It's got this green blob thing, and there's Summer Wells in the background, because this is the episode that involves Summer Wells and Michael Vaughn, who is the missing child who went missing from Idaho and looks almost just like Summer Wells.
Yeah, it could be a clone or something. I don't know. It's pretty weird.
Alright. So there's their little poster for it. This is the cast. It's got Summer Wells as missing kid, Michael Vaughn, some other people in here that you might want to look up. So yeah, it's a really cryptic subject. Probably one of the weirdest things that we've covered on here so far. And probably not the last weird thing that we're going to be sharing with you guys, but, you know, you never know.
Well, when you really start digging on this on a deeper level, rather than what it is for surface value, you're going to get to finding yourself, finding real people that are trafficking children. And you're going to find real sites where you can buy child porn. And you are also going to find sites, mostly these are the famous trans kids sites that you're going to find. And I don't recommend when you find something and you know that if you click on something, then it might take you to actual child porn, because it takes you almost to the point, and then you'll have to become members or whatever to these people's groups for more. Those kinds of things, when you see those, you need to start paying attention, and you need to start sending that to law enforcement, the Human Trafficking Division of the FBI, preferably. So prepare yourself if you are really going to do the dig on this, and don't just follow this on the surface value. I will tell you that one of our team members actually contacted Joel Brown. Yep, it's on Pinterest. It is on Pinterest and Instagram, where you're going to start seeing very provocative videos and photos of famous children. And it's not like the Summer Wells of, you know, hillbilly Appalachia. You're going to find the rich kids and the rich people that are selling child porn. And it's disgusting. We are turning things over into law enforcement. Yeah, don't ever send actual porn. Don't go even in to look at it. You will get in trouble for that. Do not do that. The video that we played first with Mouthy Buddha, if you go into his Pedogate one, and he teaches you exactly how to find the sites before you get to the porn and send that over to investigators. So he gives a great tutorial on what not to do, or you're going to get in trouble, because they'll find you, and you shouldn't be looking at that shit anyways. So definitely when you see like a kid dancing or something like that, and they're, in their underwear, do not go to the members only. That is not a good idea. You take those things, and it's better just to send them off and say, yeah, we found some very, very shady stuff here. And you can also tell by the comments on the Instagram pictures, and click on the people commenting, some of like, oh, yummy. What's yummy about a kid dancing around the Christmas tree in his underwear? Nothing. And then you go over there, and you're going to find some very predominant wealthy people too. So prepare yourselves. It is just like the whole Comet Ping Pong Pizzagate rabbit hole. It just gets grosser and deeper, and it's full of trans kids. And you're going to find NAMBLA and all that. And the Party Monster people, which goes back into the whole Pedogate, Pizzagate research groups. What Digital say? Tim Mullen, I do think, is like part of this, but this is just my opinion, but I think that Tim Mullen is an agent handler, in the same way that I think that several of our trolls and the YouTube stars are either agent handlers or scouts. Also pay attention to these super chat people. You're going to find the same people giving certain people super chat after super chat after super chat. And we do believe that it's more than meets the eye as far as those same people giving the same super chats over and over and over. Especially when they're just giving super chats during drama. It's like are they just feeding the drama, or what's really going on there?
Of like tens of thousands of dollars, and you'll notice they stopped doing that recently.
Oh, I know.
I haven't seen that happen in a long time. Since we got into this and we started seeing it and then we started talking about it. I guess somebody didn't like that. What's a super chat? It's how you send money on YouTube. There's a little button somewhere on your YouTube where you can send something called a super chat, and it sends money to the person. And when we first got into this, I guess I should say when we were dragged into this Summer Wells shit, we saw different YouTube creators just sending each other like tens of thousands of dollars in super chats for no reason, just like during mundane conversations, not to raise money for anything in particular, just like exchanging money, like a lot of it. So we started asking questions and then they stopped doing it.
Yeah, now you'll see them given smaller increments. Someone called it to my attention today to watch one particular girl that's channel hopping back and forth to these YouTubers that are the drama creators and, the hate spewers and the false narrative spinners. So basically what this game is that the traffickers themselves, the cult or the group, they have infiltrated a group of true crime people who are actively looking for missing people. And they present themselves as something that they're not. And then they constantly are spinning the narrative. Hold on just a second. Okay.
Pretty wild stuff. The devil finds everyone who loves money. Yeah, I guess so. I don't think money is inherently evil. I think, they say the love of money is evil. I think it's what you do with it. I think it's just a means to an end, but it depends on what your ends are.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you. All right. Bye. There was a comment from a Lilac earlier. Are you still in here, Lilac? And are you wanting to come up? There we go. Lilac Lotus. Are you wanting to email us, or?
You can send us an email at predatorhunternation@gmail.com. If you want to come up, I'll send you a link.
Or if you don't want to come up.
Or Messenger if you want to do that.
You can call our landline. The whole world has it. The trolls call it all the time.
Well,
they took it apart.
That one was almost dead. I don't know where the other one is.
Probably dead.
Probably dead.
Trolls ringing the phone off the hook.
Yeah, I also don't charge them much. Yeah, you don't have to show your face. Just show your face, to us backstage, and then you can shut your camera off. You don't have to show your face on the screen.
Okay, well, until Lilac reappears. So, These traffickers are hiding amongst you, and they're laughing at people, and they're having a great time, misleading and deceiving. So that's really what's going on with it. But that's all just the surface stuff. And one of our team members actually got in touch with Joel Brown's mother. Joel Brown lives in the basement.
This is the director. Joel Brown is the director.
Yeah, Joel Brown is the director. Joel Brown's mama don't think her son does anything wrong. She doesn't know what's going on. Joel Brown's mom said that he's there. Well, he works during the night shift. Is that what it is?
I don't know what he does. Does he have a job?
I think so.
Okay.
But he lives in the basement, and they have completely opposite schedules. And she is shocked and appalled that there's things going on around this Fables. And what is it?
Just keep talking.
Okay, so his mom's really stressing out, and I thought it's interesting though that her son lives in the basement. But she gave our team his phone number, and he doesn't answer our phone calls to answer any questions about what he knows about these missing kids. We had a lot of drop a link. She'll come up.
That's
She wants
cool.
to come up.
Yeah.
Hey, what is that? What?
Probably not important.
Okay. Okay. Did you drop the link?
No, I gave my phone number and I put the link in the chat for other people to give it to.
Okay.
I'm not putting the link in the chat. We're not going to deal with that bullshit.
Okay.
But she'll call if she wants to. What else we got?
I was just reading the comments for a minute. Yeah, sounds like another family we know. I know where Sonny Boy still lives with Mom. It's pretty weird he won't answer, though. He knows what it's about. His mom has complete and total faith that... Oh, wait, we got to find the other phone if she's going to call. Or did
No,
you
I
give
gave
her...
her
Oh, okay. Anyways, it's just kind of weird. He's not answering the phone. But there was someone else that was contacted surrounding this, and it was one of the boys that is surrounded by his stories, and his mother says she did not know that her son's photographs is being used, and she wants to know more. So we're gonna give her a call. We wanted to be able to tell her more information about this because she wants it gone. She wants to find out what's going on, why her son is in one of Joel Brown's things that he has for sale. And she said that that name was following her on Instagram. So we are hoping to bring her up in the next day or two. We are going to give her a call. We have her number. And why Joel Brown is using her son possibly without permission, or to confirm that, because it was another team member that had called, and I have 100% faith in the team member. I just don't know if I have 100% faith in this woman, not knowing her kid is out there in Joel Brown's material.
Lilac, do you have a Facebook? You can message us on that if you want. I'm just not dropping the link in the chat. Pretty much any other way. If you message us on there, I can give you my phone number, or I can give you the link in there.
Yeah, we can't just put links out there like that because we've seen what's happened to Ernie's StreamYard because of hackers.
It's a mess before you know it.
It's a mess. And then everybody's trying to get in. You got Benny showing his ass and practically looking for what he don't have there right in front of you. Pick. It's an old channel. Alright, well, I guess Lilac's not going to call him. We go back over there?
Yeah. I mean, you're still there. I'm just...
Yeah, but you can't read the... I guess I can read the comments on my phone.
Yeah, I'll just do that on my phone and do this on here. Yeah, she's not going to go. Says her family's watching what she does.
Well, that's why it's safer to call.
Yeah, I mean,
you can call the phone and we can just put it down, and then you're not even linked to the StreamYard. Okay, here's our awesome team member. He lives in the garage and he sleeps days while she works, and they get up and works on his computer at night. So that's how that household functions. Pretty creepy story though, especially if the one child, who I don't want to name yet because I do want to actually talk to his mom and find out, you know, how we can help her if this is indeed the case, that somebody was just following her on Instagram and she has pictures of her kids out there, and he is selling things with her kid's name, and it is the real picture of her kid. We have even found the picture of her kid that's used on his Amazon. Drop the phone number again. Well, I think she said she has to keep doing that. Back to what I was saying about my opinion about Tim Mullins. I think he's a handler. I think you're seeing several handlers, and they're also scouts. And when you hear certain people say they've saved 33 kids or whatever, well, come to find out, those 33 kids allegedly saved were saved through DCS, and a lot of the parents have stories about that particular person targeting them through YouTube and saying, you know, they were terrible parents in the same way that they've tried to do to our family, and called, from other states, nowhere near their states, and had DCS come bust up in their house, and the people had, gotten behind on dishes and tested dirty for pot, and all of a sudden they had a DCS case, and getting P tested all the time, and parents going through, drug stuff for marijuana. And not all the cases were like that, but a lot of them were. And so the YouTube may have actually been used as a recruiting, sort of a scouting for people that they could target easily and get hung up in the system and just feed the system some money and stuff. And did you know that most child porn, in a percentage wise, and you can look it up, a lot of the child porn that's out there for sale online is foster kids.
I think it's like 90%.
Yeah, it's pretty high.
It's really high.
It's pretty high. And I think that something happened with maybe the transfer of Summer after she, got gone. And I think that Tim fucked it up somehow. And I think that they're willing to throw him under the bus. These people that are working in this entertainment industry surrounding these missing kids, because it can't be denied that there is an entertainment industry surrounding these kids in multiple levels. And, it's like when you're in those secret societies, if you do the wrong thing, they'll suicide you, they'll frame you, toss you away, or, set you up. And I think we're seeing a lot of that going on, and a lot of these fights between these people in the entertainment industry that y'all are seeing and engaging with. And some people are engaging in terrible ways to destroy good people's lives, and you don't even know them. I think that all the fights are always fake. Some of the more viewed with the most subscribers and stuff like that perpetuates everybody's being distracted. It's like bread and circuses.
So it's like professional wrestling?
Mm-hmm. It is, but it's like, I don't know. It's cyber parasites. I'll still say it's cyber parasites all the way. They need a host, but I don't believe for 1 minute that Cher and Benny were ever in a fight. I believe wholeheartedly that Cher and Benny have known each other for a while. And I'll even say that I think that AB knows these people too. I don't think that a lot of these people are in real fights. I do believe that Doug is super mad at Benny. I think a lot of the entertainers surrounding missing kids are really mad at Benny because he screwed up in the same way that I think that, maybe other people screwed up by bringing us into the game. And they thought that they were going to make us part of the game. And we would just, end up being the circus clowns for the distraction. But they didn't know us, and they didn't know that we were very powerful people, and we don't intimidate or scare very easily.
Yeah, we're not fucking retarded either.
And I know I'm beautiful in all ways, so you making fun of my teeth doesn't really affect me at all.
I love her teeth so much.
You're a weirdo.
Yeah.
I know our kids are well taken care of. We know that DCS also knows that our kids are well taken care of. We know that all our relations in real life are good with us. And we also know that this is a psychological operation. And so I deflect bullshit with these. Sorry. You picked the wrong one. Some of y'all playing tic-tac-toe. Some of y'all is playing checkers. Duck, duck, goose. And some are playing chess. We love you guys too. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, Cher's losing her shit right now too. I don't understand why nobody knew that she was a animal torturer. We put that out as soon as we realized what was going on, and this lady, you know, cost us like $100 in gas and probably $50 worth of drinks and food for the whole team and stuff for us not being able to interview Don Wells and for us being made fools of because we tried to help people at that racetrack that is closed down now for some reason for renovations, but they said they may not open back up. I don't know, maybe we should do a live and play my video of how the search went down. Again, for those of you who never got to see it. Yeah, I don't care about my tooth, Melissa. I've already spent so much money on it because I had to have a root canal on it.
Alright. I'm sending her a link.
Okay. She's coming up, huh?
Yeah.
All right. Here, unpin that. I'll be right back.
Do. Alright, I sent her a link in Messenger. Should be coming up in a second here. Hopefully nobody echoes or anything weird this time. I could do music. That's cool. Should I get the Jeopardy track up here? Hey Sandy, how you doing? Okay, there we go. You porn bomb us, I swear to God. Alright. You can hide your face. Alright. Welcome to the stream.
Hello.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me okay?
Hold on a second.
Okay.
Hello?
Hey,
Hey.
how's it going?
Good.
Well, what do you want to talk about?
Hold on a minute.
Do what?
I'm sorry. Hold on a minute. I have dogs.
Okay, that's cool.
Well, my family goes back in the Freemasons. I mean, way back to when it started. And my name is, my first name is for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
They're secret society, and I'm not real positive about a lot of the secrets, but I know that I'm always protected. I'm female.
Right.
I was the last female of that bloodline. And the boys in the bloodline aren't very successful in life. Can you hear me?
Oh, we're listening.
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yep.
I'm just muting out. Somebody told me we need to.
So, what area of the country do you live in?
I'd rather not say.
Okay. Do you know about Bohemian Grove?
The what?
Do you know about Bohemian Grove?
No. What's that?
Bohemian Grove is a place where Masons and the elite go and camp out in the redwoods and allegedly have human hunting parties.
Didn't never know anything about that. From where I'm from, my grandpa was the 33rd Freemason, and they go back to the Gaia cult. They are the center of it all.
Mm-hmm.
They are NWO.
Yeah.
Scientology. A lot of them are connected to the Freemasons.
Mm-hmm.
And they're all dangerous. And they all, like, one of my other grandfather on my mother's side, he was a police officer. And he went into one of their temples when he was younger, before he was a police officer. And he said he saw lots of robes and little coffins that they had built out of wood with people's names on them.
Mm-hmm.
And it was his mission to go after them. So he was to figure it out. Like, my grandpa wouldn't tell me anything. I asked him once what the secret was. And he got mad at me and he said, "Don't ever ask me that again." So that, I don't know. But I do know that they're all connected.
Mm-hmm.
And they are very dangerous. They wanted my father to join and he wouldn't do it.
Right.
But I was named because of what my grandfather wanted me named. And I can't tell you my name.
Right.
Right.
No, I understand.
So
I understand.
Let's start at the beginning.
I will tell you this. They call the girls angels.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm going to tell you.
Right. So Dancing Queen wants to know, what is a Freemason? You want to answer that for her?
They're a secret society, and they started in Britain. And you know the Shrine Circus?
Yep.
They're part of it too. He had one of those hats. They are the Shrine Circus.
Mm-hmm.
And they can make you or break you in life.
Right. Right.
If you are part of that family, the bloodline, and I am. At my grandpa's funeral, there were people in my family that are Freemasons that I didn't even realize.
Mm-hmm.
And everyone else had to leave. That wasn't a Freemason.
Right.
And he was buried with lots and lots of money. I mean, I don't know. My grandma may have gotten that, but there was envelopes of money put in his casket.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what the big secret is, but I have a feeling what it is.
What do you think it is?
I think it's got to do with children.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure of that, though. But why are they Shriners in a circus for children, right?
Mm-hmm.
They run
They
that.
have hospitals. They have their own
Yes.
hospitals.
My grandma was in a nursing home. My great grandmother,
Mm-hmm.
because my grandfather's dad was a Freemason also. It goes way back in my family. She was in a hospital for Freemasons. They have whole communities of their own,
Mm-hmm.
right? So my mom and dad ended up divorced. And everywhere I went, they knew where I was.
Right.
They knew exactly where I was. And my grandmother had told me things, and they called her paranoid. His wife, she didn't agree with it. And she would tell me all the time, "You're made. You'll be okay in life."
Mm-hmm.
I was his last granddaughter. And he favored me a lot. So, and it's kind of scary because I thought about letting my son join, but I don't think I want to.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, we know some Masons too, that are actually extraordinarily good people that are doing really great things. I think one of the things
Tina,
about
they're
Masonry.
not good people. They're not good people. I do know that.
I think it depends on the level that you're at and how you've been initiated.
I mean,
think it depends on a lot of things.
I was on another panel trying to tell about it.
Right.
And my cousin came in the chat, and my cousin don't get on YouTube. She's in her 60s.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think that all degrees know what's going on, or
yes?
You think so?
Yes, because it starts with the DMLA.
Mm-hmm.
My uncle was in the DMLA, and that like think of it high school level, right?
Right.
It's high school for Masons. When you graduate from that, you go to the Masons.
Mm-hmm.
And each step, what do they call it? Tier, I guess you would call it.
Right.
There's an initiation for each one. And you have to do what they say, or, they can ruin your life.
Right.
They can make you destitute. Judges, doctors, lawyers. They all have a symbol, and if you watch for the symbol, you'll see them.
Yeah, it's the compass and the rule.
They wear rings. They wear those ties that have strings, watches, license plates, car emblems. And every time I'm out, I see one.
Mm-hmm.
It creeps me out. But I know why. I know exactly why.
Have you ever seen or participated in any of the rituals that they do for initiation purposes?
No, I'm not in it. I know about it. I'm not in it myself, but I know about it. My dad told me he wouldn't join because it's very dangerous, and he didn't believe in what they have to do, and that's all he would tell me.
Right.
I just know that I have, for myself,
money,
and I know why, I have a lot of luck in life.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I was in an accident, and I worked in a steel mill, and it was a very bad accident.
Mm-hmm.
And my grandmother knew it before my mother did. And my grandfather's wife knew it before my own mother, what had happened. So, like, when my mom told her, she wasn't surprised. And my mom took it as she didn't care. She already knew. She already knew. My uncle, my grandfather's brother, was a Mason. And somehow he found out and called her and told her in the middle of the night. Probably worked with one and didn't even know it. I mean...
Yeah, but it seems like anything else, you join, and in the lower levels, you don't really know what's going on until you reach a certain point.
Well, my uncle now is in it. He wasn't in it for a long time, but he ended up joining.
Mm-hmm.
And I asked him what the secret was.
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't get mad at me. He said, the secret is there's no secret. I said, there's a secret, and I want to know what it is.
Right.
They will not tell you.
Mm-hmm. No. That's the nature of a secret.
Right. But, you know, in a family, you think they'd share it sometime, right? They guard it with everything they are.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you have to be initiated to certain levels to. That's part of it.
Well,
it's coveted knowledge.
Yeah,
is what it is,
the
and they
thing
do
about-
hold the secrets of, you know,
There's
things
not-
of the Vatican and things like that.
There's not just one secret, because Masonry started in Egypt, like somebody
Yeah.
said in here earlier.
Yeah.
And the reason they call it Masonry is because of the masonry of the pyramids, as I understand.
Yeah, exactly.
And
But-
so it's not just there's just one secret, and that the secret is pedophilia or anything. They claim to be a brotherhood built around secret knowledge as a whole.
Right.
So
And the different
I'm not a
clubs have their
Mason.
different rules. The one at Bohemian Grove, though, above the entrance of the place says, "Weaving spiders come not here." And that-
Bohemian Grove is a Skull and Bones gathering.
That is Skull and Bones, but that is an elitist group within Freemasonry.
Yeah, all of them go
Mhm.
back to it.
Yeah.
Right.
There's a lot of different groups that are Masonic.
Yeah.
So, for anybody who wants to learn about the Freemasons, there's this amazing guy. We actually know him personally, and we were admins on this. We haven't really gone on it in a long time, though. But go on darkdocs.com. But no.
Did you know the symbol on your money? The eye, all-seeing eye? That's the
Oh, yeah,
Masons.
for sure. Yeah.
That's the Masons.
There's all kinds of stuff. It's
Oh
everywhere.
yeah, there's all kinds of stuff. We're gonna give y'all a link if you guys want to go down that rabbit hole. This is the most thorough, documented truth speaker on Masonry.
But I'll drop down. I just wanted
Well, I'm
people
glad
to
you
know.
came up. No, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I appreciate you for
And
coming
that's
up.
definitely something that we will be covering a lot more of.
Mhm.
And we probably, we got to call our friend, but we'll probably be sharing some of the Dark Doc stuff on our lives.
I will tell you this: you'll never see this name again.
Right.
I'll have to
Yo,
change
you'll
it.
switch it? Okay.
Yeah,
I
that's fine.
have to. Okay. Thank you.
I thank you for coming up.
Thank you, sweetie.
It took a lot of courage to come up. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Okay. And you know, she mentioned the Shriners, and I don't know if you guys remembered the girl that came up that talked about being raped in the Shriners Hospital.
Mm-hmm. And a body cast.
And in a body cast. And she said that they actually carved the Shriners, I guess, what is it? The
Their
logo
emblem,
or
yeah.
crest or whatever it is, I don't know. Into her side of the surgery.
Another really good place to go if you want to learn about masonry and all kinds of other weird shit is freemantv.com. Kevin Freeman is an awesome dude. Tina knows him personally from a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
But he'll tell you everything you want to know about the deep and the weird.
Where conspiracy hits the wild side is what he calls it.
What does he say?
What is
Where
it?
conspiracy meets the wild side.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
something.
Oh, it's not even letting you.
Oh, it's not going to let me do it?
Yeah.
That's just on Facebook.
Oh, just on Facebook. Oh, he's banned from Facebook
Yeah,
for
you can't
life.
be on Facebook.
Kevin Freeman
Forgot about
is not allowed on Facebook.
Just like Mally Buddha.
Actually, I could get Kevin to come up here, I bet.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah, we should get Kevin on here.
Should. That'd be good.
But check out some of Kevin Freeman's stuff. I mean, he is where science and conspiracy meets the wild side completely.
He's got a lot of really good guest speakers on there.
Mhm.
Like he's got, I guess his show is weekly.
Right.
And he's been doing it for, God, I don't know,
As long as I have, a little longer.
10 years at
Actually, he was probably talking about it 5 years before I started talking about it.
least. Okay. So,
Maybe not 5, maybe 3.
long time.
Yeah, I met him on Dead Tour. When we were youngins. But yeah, I do appreciate you coming up to talk about that for sure. And
yeah, it's not easy.
We will no, not at all.
Especially when you can't even say your name.
We will definitely cover on some of that too. I mean, I may be wrong, but the way I understand masonry is some of the lodges aren't very good places. Let's just say that.
Yeah, but we also know some 33rd degree Masons that are, as far as I know,
I don't know
awesome
any
people.
third degree Masons.
Yeah, we do. And but I don't know. I mean, I'm not a Mason. I don't know.
Right.
So it's hard for me to say personally.
And it's all secret, so it's hard to tell. That's why I don't like secrets. I'll tell you what, though. I've met a lot of good Masons, or at least well-behaved Masons that wouldn't be nearly as bad as some of these people on YouTube. That's for sure.
Well, at least they're classy about it.
Yeah, at least they're classy about it. Oh, an update on the Summer Wells Church ordainment. They did get back to us, and that has been taken out of our name. So,
yeah.
Johanna, your video is now completely fake news about, look up Predator Hunter Nation. They have a church at the Summer Wells. They said that happens all the time. Do you do that to other people?
Somebody does.
Yeah, these people mess with the wrong one. You guys seriously look up Johanna Maynard. And she's got quite the aliases and lots of property too. I thought it was weird knowing how many properties she has associated with her name, that she was showing her Native American check for $1,000 going, well, now I got some money to go to Kentucky. I got gas money.
Oh, don't do that.
I do good impersonations.
I have nightmares tonight.
Her stepdad, here, scroll that down.
Can we put it back up?
Yeah.
I just kind of
Oh,
flashed it
okay.
for a second.
Yeah, well, my uncle was a 33rd degree Mason, and he was a super piece of shit. He took me camping on 4th of July when I was 7 years old. And though he didn't rape me, he had an adopted son, and he taught his son how to ritually rape me on the 4th of July. I'm 7 years old. But his heart exploded very soon after that.
Karma's a bitch.
Yeah. I triggered Xander. I'm gonna talk just like Johanna whenever I want to trigger him.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Oh, thanks. You like my hair? Yeah, I knew that people would notice my hair was different because I have my mohawk tied up in a ponytail. I thought it was hilarious how people talk about my hair, but they don't even realize that it's a mohawk. And that's why my dreads are shorter, because I shaved them all off except for the mohawk. No. No, I only grew stronger from my abuse. I did touch a little bit on what had happened to me in our documentary. If you guys haven't seen our documentary, please go and watch it. It's pretty good. And that's just the first chapter. We have every intention of making plenty more. And we have every intention of continuing to come and do these lives. This is what Predator Hunter Nation really is. The drama and troubles and hardships and woes and false accusations and battling the trolls have been nothing but a distraction for everyone, including you guys. You know, I know drama's fun, but it's not really fun when you're actively participating in helping destroy people's lives. So, should we play the phone conversation with Rap for everybody as a closer?
If you want to, where is it?
I loaded it on my Facebook, so you can pull it up there, can't you?
I don't want to pull up your personal Facebook. Can you send it to me?
That's okay. Everybody knows where it is anyways.
Mm-hmm.
No, I can't because it's too big.
Well, let me see if I can get rid of the rest of the screen.
Oh, I put it on Predator Hunter Nation.
Did you? Okay. That'll work.
Go down.
Yeah.
There it is. No, that's Bended Knees Benny.
Oh, it is?
That's, yeah. And then
Is this
there,
it?
that one.
Damn, that's long.
Yeah.
I guess I just came in at the end of it. No. Wait a second.
Just make it big.
Yeah. Let's see.
Please do a segment. What did it say?
I don't know. Hold on.
Here, I'll look on this.
Just like Joanne. No.
What? What segment?
I think she wants you to do a Joanna impression.
Oh.
I'm too scared for that. You can't do that to me. MacBee's just trying to fuck with me.
I know. Well, since you want to fuck with... I'm really great at impressions.
Ernie does a really good Bat Lady impression. I was impressed by that. Scott Bucket.
Oh, well, whatever. I don't care if people see it.
Well, I'm trying to... You
All
can't
right.
even see it if it's not big either.
Okay.
So, that. And then this. And then mute.
Hello? Say what?
It's Rap, what's up?
Oh, not much. What's up with you?
Not much. I'm not recording it. I don't have you live. I'll just let you know.
Okay.
I seen what you said on Facebook, and I mean it's not true at all.
What?
I'm not trying to take what you made and clip and edit it and just show parts. I'm gonna show the full thing, but I mean we're just like watching it. That's all.
Awesome. It's a really fucking badass documentary, and it should have gotten a lot more attention.
He did do that for
than
the record.
It got. Yeah, he did. He did a
play
great
it.
job.
I was proud of him.
Yep, proud of your app.
As much as I can be.
On Latina, like how the sun, doesn't like we don't revolve around the sun revolves around like I
Right.
have the same like thoughts and ideas about life as you do, Tina. I just don't want you to think that I'm trying to spin it. And if you want me to, I'll make it non-members if you want to see it.
Well, sure. I mean, you're just going to have a bunch of people hating on us, though, that don't even know us. I mean, it's pretty wrong what you guys are doing in general to our family. We are real people. We have 5 beautiful kids, and they're amazing kids, and they've been well raised and very loved. And the way you guys, try to portray us to the public is disgusting.
I understand that.
I mean, how would you feel if, thousands of people were attacking you and talking shit about your son?
Right. I understand that. I mean, I don't like you calling me a hacker and I don't know how to hack too, you know?
Dude, that's out of your own shit. We have so many screen recordings of you talking about hacking, so many screenshots of, because we've been documenting this shit since before the van situation with Ernie. We've been screenshotting everything. We've been recording everything. And you guys are fools if you don't think we're working with law enforcement. And I'm sure you guys are working with law enforcement too. But, the law enforcement as a whole is divided, and there are the ones that are anti-human traffickers, and then there are those who are part of the human trafficking problem. So, which side are you on? Because I know what side I'm on, and I know that we are talking to law enforcement, and they are taking this hacking shit very fucking serious.
Well, good. I'm glad they are, because, if someone is really hacking you, they need to be caught. I just say it just to try to be funny and troll y'all, that's all.
Well, it's not really trolling when someone who actually does work with law enforcement on missing persons cases gets hacked, and then they extract a photograph of her minor child from her iCloud that she uses to communicate with law enforcement about missing persons cases that she is actively working on, and send it back to her phone.
Yeah, that's not right.
Yeah, there's a big problem, and that has definitely called a lot of attention to what's going down on YouTube. I'll just let you know that.
Well, whoever's doing that needs to be caught. So I just wanted to call because I read your messages on Facebook, and if you want, I'll make them public. But it's nothing with trying to twist and make you look crazy. It's not. I actually agree with a lot of what you're saying in that, and actually really I'm enjoying it.
Well, thanks. We worked very hard on it, and the whole, movie was to basically show the root of all our problems and how they exploit kids and use kids and sacrifice kids to Moloch for this whole agenda, and how it, ties into the mining industry and, the coal industry and the damming of our rivers and stuff, It was way before its time. I understand that. And hopefully, the message will get across better now if people actually view the documentary in the way that it's supposed to be put together, and we were very much going for the audience of music festivals, because I worked at music festivals. I didn't work at the, dark music festivals. All my people are bluegrass and, spiritual hip hop and stuff like that. It was family oriented music venues. Yes, I was staffed for one Bonnaroo once, and I cried and felt like it was Sodom and Gomorrah and never took that job again. Okay. But I have worked in the music industry since I was 19 years old. And yes, I was on Grateful Dead tour in my youth. I jumped off Grateful Dead tour when Jerry died, because it was nothing after Jerry, but I'm very connected in the positive side of the music industry. And we made that documentary to appeal to our music family who knew us and loved us. And it was like The Wall, we kind of made it like modern day The Wall, but, from a whole different level of how it all ties in to aerospace and cloning and NASA and all these secret, human experimentation projects that are going on.
Yeah. That's why I wanted to call and explain myself. I'm not really even doing any commentary over it. I'm just showing it.
That's fine. It's out there. These freaking true crime community had our whole page taken down from YouTube, which, everything was laid out the way it was supposed to be laid out in a whole movie, but they had that whole page taken down. And my friend who helped me make those movies was really upset about it, but because it also had a lot of his film projects that he did, getting his degree and stuff like that. So, it sucks. Other people that had nothing to do with any of this had real life consequences like that too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, that's what I wanted to call you about. I just didn't want you thinking I was spinning what you were saying and stuff. Cause, when it comes to NASA and cloning and all that, like, I've been down those rabbit holes, and I'm really aware of all of that.
Meet up with Ernie yourself and stick an EMF detector on top of his head, and you tell me who needs to convince who of what. He is actually the one who had to show us that a fucking EMF detector goes off when you put it on the soft spot of his skull.
Wow, that's crazy.
So, I don't know. I believe the EMF detector.
Yeah, and the whole sound, sound frequencies and all that. Like, I'm really aware. I'm aware of that. So.
Well.
You think I'm twisting and turning what you're saying, and I understand you may have thought that because it's members only, but I'm not. We're just doing like a watch party of it. I can't control what my chat thinks, obviously, but.
You can. You've helped create the thinking of that chat.
That's true. Yeah.
So you can't, you can help the situation. You just don't.
Okay, I get what you're saying. Yeah. Last night I was even saying that I agree with a lot of what you're saying. So.
Why did you even create a channel to destroy Ernie?
I didn't create it to destroy Ernie. I just got a lot of requests to stream him because they didn't want to give him their views. And then, I don't know, it just kind of took off from there.
So this is really just for the views? You weren't, working with people?
It wasn't necessarily even for the views. It was just I was getting a lot of requests to stream his stuff, That's all.
But who requested you? You didn't have a channel.
It was just a lot. Everybody in the chat, in our chat, our whole community, said that they'd rather just watch it somewhere else and not give Ernie the view. That's all.
Well, I understand that, but you didn't have a channel prior to Ernie, did you?
No. I had my regular, personal account of you.
So you were just trolling with Nicole and Benny?
I was my own person.
Yeah, but...
I was inspired by kind of what they were doing. Yeah, I guess you could say that.
So you don't have any connections to them outside of YouTube?
No, not at all. No.
You don't know Nicole personally?
No, not at all. We talk over the phone like I am with you, but no.
If you're really on the right team, you need to be for the kids. It's Team Kid, really. It's not Predator Hunter Nation. It's not Team Ernie. It's Team Kid. Then you really need to point your research to those people.
But, yeah, I get it. But I was kind of upset when I saw what you posted about me twisting it, so I just wanted to reach out to you personally and tell you, how I felt about it.
Well, I appreciate it. That's what everybody's doing, though, is taking bits and pieces of stuff. Johanna Maynard bought a ministry ordainment online for $39.99 in Predator Hunter Nation's name and called it the Church of Summer Wells. And we have documentation of it. And we got the email saying, we're officially ordained, blah, 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 blah. We tried to, write back and say, we did not do this. We want our name removed from this. We want nothing to do with this. Summer Wells is a missing child, and this was a harassment troll move. And so Johanna is pushing the narrative about, look, Predator Hunter Nation has the Church of Summer Wells. It's only a matter of time before they get caught. She bought it, and we have proof of it.
Wow. Is that the place where she took a picture with her thumb up or something on her community tab?
Johanna Maynard, she's in your chat. She goes under all different kinds of names. But you should go on over to her page. She, when we exposed her, she removed all her videos and took a couple days to decide what she wanted to put up and what she didn't. And she brought some things back up, but it should be noted that she is the one who brought the Triconi website to the true crime community's awareness. And she also has a YouTube page called Treertoni, Treertoni, I think. It's weird. I don't even know how you say it. But that is a game that is being used as the child traffickers are hiding in plain sight, and they are working within your community of true crime, and they are leading you in all kinds of different directions. And it's basically just like a psychological game.
Right.
And I mean, buying a ministry for Predator Hunter Nation in the Church of Summer Wells, I mean, that's a pretty fucking shisty, gamey thing going on. And a lot of these people are gamers. Are you a gamer?
No. I used to play with Grand Theft Auto back in the day, but I haven't played a game in years.
So, I don't know. It's pretty weird. But everybody's saying, look over here, at Ernie, poor fucking Ernie being attacked with, frequency weaponry all the time. And it's real. It's true. It happens. And I don't care who believes me, and
our bodies are organs, so sound from organs will definitely affect them,
Yeah. And, I mean, if you want to know what kind of, and that's part of the game too. They put a little part in the game where these missing kids have these shoes that emits of like mind control frequency kind of thing. It's really weird. But when you start digging into that rabbit hole, it's pretty creepy and weird. And it makes you think that, there's a lot more of the hiding in plain sight thing going on in this true crime community. Right. But I mean, if you want to dig on me, my teacher of sound therapy is Dr. Suzanne Jonas. She is one of the very first pioneers of sound therapy that worked with the Monroe Institute. One of my personal friends, her name's Penny. Her dad started the Monroe Institute for sound healing and things like that. So all you guys like talking about me and discrediting me, I mean, I'm legit. And I've always been really professional, and look up innerharmonyhealthcenter.com. That is my teacher. innerharmonyhealthcenter.com.
I'll look into that.
So, I mean, I'm not just some, flaky conspiracy theorist. And all this shit's made up. I did not spend my dad's inheritance on Ernie. All we did was feed Ernie. He eats chicken and cheese and tortillas. And my friends bought Ernie a car, but they're millionaires. And they believed in the cause. So I never bought Ernie a car. I mean, literally, we fed him a Mountain Dew a day. They're disgusting, but he likes to drink them. And he doesn't do drugs. He literally ate about 3 milligrams of Delta 8. And you would have thought that we gave him mushrooms. And he was so happy. He could not stop laughing. He was grinning. His cheeks hurt. He laughed so hard. I'm like, good God, anybody that has that low of a tolerance to Delta 8, 3 milligrams, come on.
Right. Yeah, you're right.
And my friend made him custom-made lion's mane gummies because he wouldn't drink mushroom tea, and because he does have brain things go on. We were using reishi and lion's mane and putting it in gummies because he'll eat anything that tastes like candy. And you would think, like, he could feel it. He could feel it working in his brain. And, like, it didn't make him, like, trip like mushrooms do, but he could definitely feel it. And you could tell that it, like, enhanced his senses and stuff like that, just eating lion's mane. So the guy is hypersensitive to all things. Y'all have him totally fucking wrong. And, and he's a man-child. He's literally a man-child. He acts like a teenager, in certain ways in the things that he does, because He was abused, and that's his, when he gets abused by you people, he goes into that high school defensive mode. And it's really sad to watch the psychological operation that's happening on him. And I don't care if he owed somebody some fucking hockey masks. What a weird thing to do anyways. I hope you've grown spiritually since you made hockey masks. Were those used for human hunting parties? Probably. Did Ernie know? No, he was just happy to be accepted into the Comic-Con industry and thought that he may make a movie because he was working on the set of the Friday the 13th miniseries.
Right.
He didn't know what those people were about. And it's like the, Mason pyramid. You don't know till you get to the top what the top's doing.
Right. Yeah. Of course, that's with anything.
I know, exactly. I mean, anything. That's exactly how it is. And, Ernie, it's sad what you people do to him. And I'm mad as hell at him right now. I'm super mad because he allows himself to be manipulated by, sock accounts.
Thank you, Jody.
Thank you, Jody. He doesn't even know they're, nothing about him.
Right.
Because he has the need to be accepted in his life because he was abused and he was kidnapped. And I've heard his mother talk about him being kidnapped. His mother loves Xander. I mean, Xander knows his mom. I've never met his mom real life, but I've talked to her on the phone a lot. And yet she's crazier than hell, but, her kids were kidnapped when they were little. I don't know. And she had a fucked up family, and he had a fucked up family. Is he supposed to just, keep reliving that trauma? And I don't think that he killed that guy, because I have been here with him when he, let his heart out about how hurtful it was to have to throw his own brother under the bus. You can't fake the feeling of someone confiding in you, something that, they don't talk to other people about, and that's raw and real, So, I mean, Ernie may piss me off and he may act dumber than hell and he may be great entertainment, but, I don't think anybody should really be entertained anymore. This isn't funny. And he may actually go to prison. And it's ridiculous. He did not do anything with that van. And I do not think it's a coincidence that the electrical systems were malfunctioning at the same time that his brain malfunctioned. And all you got to do is look at Isaac Cappy. Look at his last video. It looks just like some shit Ernie. Thank you, MC. On the side of the interstate.
Oh, really? I'll look into that.
Yeah, look up Isaac Cappy's last video. And the one right before that, he specifically says, if I kill myself, it wasn't me. And then the next day, he goes, like, Ernie in the middle of the road on the side of a bridge and just jumps over.
Yeah, I definitely don't want Ernie to hurt himself, that's for sure.
Well, you guys are going to make him end up, like, hurting himself. He won't ever kill himself. I mean, and if he does, it wasn't him. I'll say that for him. He's got way too much pride and ego to kill himself.
Right. Well, I'm going to get off here and get back on this live.
It's true.
I didn't record it, and I didn't put you on there, so I just wanted to call you and have a personal conversation with you.
Well, I appreciate it.
For sure. Take care, Tina.
Okay, you too, Rap. Bye.
The background.
I don't know. Kids doing something.
Kids are like banging on shit.
I don't know
I didn't
what
even hear
that was. Yeah, it was in the kitchen. I think it was Miriam or something.
That's funny.
That's why I figured it was under control. It was a teenager.
Right. They're trying to break out of the dungeon, probably.
Oh, yeah, break it out of the dungeon. You people are whacked. Just believing all the false narratives surrounding us and our family and Ernie and everything. His childhood sounds a lot like yours. Well, you know, people with common backgrounds should pull together and stand up for each other. Yeah. Exactly. I hope he does think. You know, he was polite to me, and, you know, I've heard him make fun of me in the past, but he didn't really know me then. I don't know if he still makes fun of me. Maybe he does. I know he made fun of my armpit hair.
Who, Ernie?
No, Rap.
Oh, they're talking about Ernie, I thought.
No, they were talking about Rap.
Well, Rap's a kid. I mean, he's not a kid. He's not a minor, but he's a kid.
I'm not sure he's a kid. I think
I know he's
that
not
might be a
minor.
voice app
No,
that
no,
he uses.
I know he's not. He's not like little, but he's mentality-wise, he's a kid. He's somebody that I would call a kid, regardless of how old they are. You know,
Yeah.
if I knew him, like that kid, you know, I don't know.
Yeah, he puts on a good show and a good front, but really,
Yeah, and he's, you know,
he went to a country club today.
he went to
and made it look like it was all his, like,
his country club.
nice Bentleys, and it looked like a mansion. That shit was a country club, bro.
I want to go. Was he able to get in, or did you just stand outside?
Just drove around
Oh, that's different. I could do that.
and pulled a danger zone. Little font going in there. We country
Well.
clubbing, yo.
I guess we should wrap it up.
Yep. That's a wrap.
I love you guys. Thanks for listening to us for
Love
so
you
long.
guys.
Thanks for all the super chats. That's probably.
Oh, yeah.
the most
This
super
is
chats
such
we've ever got.
bullshit.
What?
Pin that.
What's this?
So, yeah. The reward fund should not go where it's going. I'll
Yeah,
say
we're-
that.
Yeah.
And go back to Enchanted Life Path's exposure on where the reward fund goes to when it's gone. And
When does
and
that
check
happen?
that out.
Is that
The
all the
15th.
anniversary?
Yeah, and that's Benny's coming to celebrate it finally being over. I guess it goes straight into a cold case.
Benny should be careful about where he goes in Tennessee. I mean, that's.
Yeah, I'd
I
be
would.
careful in Tennessee, bro.
I would. There's a lot of people in Tennessee that don't like you, I don't think.
Yeah.
But
I can guarantee there's a lot more good people that stand up for kids in Tennessee, East Tennessee, than people imagine. Even though, you know, all this psyop makes Tennessee look like a horrible place. It's actually a beautiful, amazing place. And it's full of all kinds of Southern hospitality and good, kind people that just want a life that is healthy and prosperous and happy. All the people in Tennessee aren't, you know, selling their kids or doing whatever the hell was happening
fucking their cousins.
over there on that hill. You know, I've seen some pretty good evidence that that was mostly a trap house anyways. It wasn't even a real home or anything. So, who knows? There's a lot of psyop, but there's some real stuff within the psyop. You guys, you know, the devil's in the details. Tennessee's strong. Tennessee is beautiful. I love Tennessee. No matter what, I'll always have a home in Tennessee.
Yeah. All right. Well, we love you guys.
We love you. Good night. See
So
you in a
long.
day or two. Probably tomorrow. With Charlie.
I don't know. Sodar.
We'll see. Sodar. Peace.